Okay, guys, welcome to another session of A Day with Zenler, the spooky edition. Right, so we got a massively great session lined up for you. We have a very special guest, and I'm going to bring out the dragon for this, right? I'm going to bring out the dragon because he deserves it, right? He's just been telling me what we're going to do today, and you're going to be blown away. So let's bring the dragon out. Let's just light it all up and set fire to everything, right? So, do you know what? I'm going to bring the bats in as well, because whenever I say that, they come in, right? So there they are, like they're just going crazy. They're going crazy. So we have get out of here, right? Okay. I think, do you know what? I think he deserves the ghost as well, right? Yeah, he does. He deserves the multi-ghost. He deserves another ghost over the top of those ghosts. Right, we have the Count of Monte Cristo, right? We have the Master of Disaster, and we have the AI guru himself. I want to do a massive welcome to Amit Arora.
Thanks,
Good
man.
to see you.
I was cracking up. I love the intro till you spoiled it by calling me a guru. I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning.
Yeah,
So nice
right.
to see you.
We say it because you are kind of like, you're one of our group experts. You know, people know that. People know you've been on the platform for years and years, and you've produced tons and tons of free stuff and helped people throughout the years for absolutely nothing. You know, you do run a business and you do make money from this business. And one of the things that you're going to talk about today is a really hot subject. I can't wait for this. Also, from another point of view, is because whenever Amit comes on, right, guys, I always learn something. And that's why I love chatting away to him, because he can talk about so many different things, because he's really into all this AI technology and stuff. And he's spending a ton of time researching and doing this. And so he's great to pick his brains. And it's even better when he's all sharing stuff. So, do you want to take it away, Amit? What are we doing today?
Yeah, for sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And happy Halloween. You have to tell me, are you dressing up? Are you going to a party? What are you doing tonight?
I am having a Thai food at
Okay.
home. I'm staying away from the kids chucking eggs around. I'm just keeping well out of it. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. I
So
sometimes
this is
dress
a
up.
thing. This is a thing. You were telling me before we went live that this is a thing kids do in London. They chuck eggs at people's homes for Halloween
Yeah, and cars. Yeah, yeah. It's
for no
it's a
reason,
tradition.
just because it's Halloween.
Just because it's Halloween, yeah. Well, if you don't give them sweets, right, they get
Those little
angry.
monsters. All right. Well, I am going to trick or treat with my boys. They're 7 and 10, and I don't know if this is big in UK right now, but uh, K-pop Demon Hunters is massive in US. And actually, yeah, I'm going to tie it into what we're going to do next. And they're going to be these characters from it called Saja Boys. They're like demon boys or something. So, and me and my wife, we picked simple. We went to Walmart, got peanut butter and jelly. So there's like it's like a toast. One has peanut butter on it, one has jelly on it, and we'll go trick or treating. No eggs, because everyone has cameras here, and we don't want to be on the Facebook group as the people who throw eggs.
Yeah.
So no egg throwing.
No
But
eggs, no eggs.
with that, today, you had messaged me, right? I think it was Monday or Sunday. Sometime you messaged me, hey, it would be great if you can come up and show us AI tools for image and video creation. So that's what I'm going to be talking about, is how to use these tools, which tools are good, um, which tools I've been working with, and then we take it from there. And like you mentioned, I run a business, so I have a little surprise at the end that even you're excited about. So let's get started, man. Do you have, before we begin, David, since this is, I didn't plan for this because I didn't have enough time, but this is what I do day in and day out. So I don't need to, like, practice. So I want to know, let's start with a topic that's near and dear to you on what kind of images, and this might be something that you've had trouble with finding either royalty free images, which is like no one should be using royalty free bland images anymore because you can personalize this. My background I created in like 15 seconds and it's personalized, even though it's backward, it says Zenler. You have a spooky Halloween background, right? So this is possible today. And I want to pick your brain and see what is something. Give me like a random course topic, and then we can riff on it on how would you create content for it? How would you create the images for it? Where would you go and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, this is quite an interesting one because I think I'm going to stick to sort of surfing. I was thinking about 3D design and modeling and this kind of stuff, but I
Yep.
thought if surfing's quite kind of fun, right? So we can have a bit of fun with that one as well. So let's stick with surfing, right? Not that
Okay.
I've got any course. I've got a membership community, but of more experienced surfers, so I do have that. But
Oh, you do? Nice.
yeah,
Is it yours or you're part of it?
mine.
Okay.
It's all mine. I built it all up. So and I didn't and I kept people a long time because I was waiting for the community to come out.
Nice.
So before
Which
it
is
activated. So there'd be a lot of things
because
off the back of it. I'm selling holidays, these sort of things through it. So it's going to be monetized later, but it's to get community of people talking, sharing tips and all
mhm.
these things. So it'd be a good one. Let's try surfing because it is a fun subject and we can and it
Yeah.
should look quite funny.
All
Uh,
right. I don't know zilch about surfing, but I don't need to, right? Because we have AI and AI knows everything. All right, I'm going to share my
absolutely.
screen. Let me know when you can see my fancy new Atlas browser, which is ChatGPT's latest
It's
browser.
there.
Perfect. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with one of the best image models on the market today, which is Google's Gemini. There's all these tools, right? And I don't want to overwhelm people, but you can chat GPT it. Gosh, I don't even say Google it anymore. Isn't that crazy? Uh, there's Midjourney. I use FreePic. FreePic has a bunch of models. There's Pika. There's all these tools. This one, and ChatGPT itself, of course, but this one is the fastest, and not only to create these images, but also it sticks with image adherence as you continue to edit it, right? So tell me a little bit more about, oh, before we get into that. So Gemini.com, gemini.google.com/app, you go there, and this is the window you'll see. So now tell me, David, what's your membership about? You said it's for advanced surfers. What's kind of like the name, or because I want to create first like a logo.
Right. So let's say that it's for all levels, right? So it's called Surf Dudes.
Surf tools. Okay. Watch
Yeah,
this.
I've
I'm
got a
going
logo,
to
by the way. Don't need a logo, but we're going to do the whole creation process here, aren't we?
yeah. So see the beauty of this browser is I can invoke ChatGPT right here. So earlier I would go back and forth between ChatGPT and other platforms. With Atlas, I can just invoke, and this is for Mac only. So Windows people, I'm sure it's coming soon. But I can invoke ChatGPT and say, I'm working on. By the way, I hate when I think we all do it, right? When we type, we talk at the speed of typing, which is so much slower than our talking speed. So I just don't like it. So I'm just going to use voice instead. Um, Help me create a logo for a surfing academy membership that is for beginners to advanced surfers. How's that, David?
That sounds good. That sounds good. I've also put some stuff into the messenger there, into chat that you could grab if you want to add to it.
Oh, yeah. Let me add surf. Okay, let's add yours into it. So, Surf Dudes, a course for beginner level surfers learning how to choose equipment and learn basic hop up techniques. All right, let me do that. Give me a prompt for a logo for Surf Dudes. Okay, perfect. So, what I'm doing is I'm working with ChatGPT and Gemini at the same time. So, right now, because this browser that they launched has, I can invoke ChatGPT anywhere. I take this logo prompt right? So here's my prompt: surf dudes logo, playful surf school branding, fun, approachable, etc., etc. Cartoon style surfing, and you can continue to obviously riff with it. Uh, there's vintage, minimal, mascot style. So they have all these different options. Now what I'm going to do is take that into Gemini, put my prompt in, and for tools, I'm going to choose create images. They used to have a banana here because this was called Nano Banana, but it looks like for Halloween they have this pumpkin head here.
Yeah, we're
So
we're we're on trend here.
yeah, absolutely. And let me zoom in a bit. I'm going to leave this at the current model, which is 2.5 Flash. And you can see up top here, David, I have the Pro account. So I am paying uh, $20 a month for the Pro plan to Google and Google AI Pro plan. If you just search for it on ChatGPT or Google or wherever, they have different AI plans. So I am on their AI Pro plan, which is $20 a month, and you can just go to search for one of these. So this $20 a month gives me access to some of their AI models. What's crazy is, David, and you're in the pricing SaaS pricing business, right? You work for Zenler, a SaaS product. Look at this jump. How do you go from $20 a month to $250 a month? It's
It's
just
crazy.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, all of us have all this extra money to throw at AI now to make cool things, which is what I love. So I selected the image model, put in my prompt. Now watch how fast this thing is. It's literally generating the image within, I want to say it takes like 10 to 15 seconds. And here we go. Your surf dudes, sir. And look at the text. If the text is perfect, AI was so bad at adding text on images, right? Those days are long gone. It does
Mm.
come with a little Gemini watermark somewhere here, but I typically just take this to Canva and make my changes. But here's something cool. So you have the image. Now, let's say you want to make changes. So tell me a change you would do to this logo. First of all, right off the bat, I like it. What are your thoughts?
Right, I like it, but it's like a little bit kind of weird for me.
Yeah.
I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to make it more vintage. I would like not surf school, I'd like let's say academy or community. And I think I'd like a little bit of an older person on the board. Which we challenge it.
How
I'm very
about
very
in their
exact in my
30s?
requirements in their 30s.
But here's the crazy thing, right? I am telling Gemini to make these changes. Now, the most you have worked with some crazy softwares. I think the most powerful image editing tools were Adobe. I don't even know their, uh, whatever their image editing tool is, right? Now, the
Photoshop.
most powerful image editing tool is English. You just need to know how to convey your message to make those changes. So if people are listening to this and not watching, all I said is make it more vintage looking. Instead of surf school, say surf community, change the person on the board to be in their 30s. So it took some of it. It still kept most of it the same, but surf community is there. It tried to
Mm.
change the person, but isn't this crazy how we can do this within seconds with prompts? Now, you're right. I don't like this either. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to switch browsers because everything is right here in my flow. So I'm going to go back to my chat GPT here and say the same thing that you said, right? I'm going to give it that prompt. And what I'm doing is I'm having chat GPT write the prompt to then go back to Gemini and create the logo. So let's take this one. Now, since we are editing this image, I want to start a new chat or it will continue to work on that same image. So again, I'm going to go new chat and do the same thing here, create image. You can either choose a create image pill button here or go to tools, create image, and then give it your prompt. So now we have a updated prompt from ChatGPT. We'll take it and we'll put it in here. While this is happening, I'm also going to show you guys. Oh, look at this ripped dude. That's you when you had long hair, man.
Um,
But
yeah,
I love the vintage aspect to it. But now we can change the California to, and you can bring this to Canva, use the grab text option in Canva, remove the text, and then put your own text in here.
of course, yeah, it's the concept here. I mean, the thing is, we call that stance, right? And you like this one, Amit. We call that stance the poo stance, right?
Yes, the surfing pool.
So, and that's the truth, guys, right? Because of the way
That's
it's
funny.
squatting and side on the just straight on the board. But
And that's a
it,
real stance. Like that's a
yes,
real surfing stance.
yeah, you'll see people do it. You'll see people do it. You could put a lavatory under them, and you could go, yeah, that's right.
That
So
is
this
funny.
is
All right.
good though. This is good. I mean, it's matching that kind of style, that vintage style, for sure. Um, and then of course you
Now,
can tweak that prompt, can't you?
yep. And watch this. So that was one way to do it, right? Now, uh, learn to surf for 40 plus. So what I can do is go and search for something. So this one looks Sweller surf, learn to surf after 40, right? This is me. I'm post 40 and I like this. So what I can do is I can now go and ask ChatGPT based on this, give me a logo. So there's multiple ways to do it. If you're just looking for inspiration for logos or design ideas or any content, right? You can just take that site, ask ChatGPT. Now it's going to say, okay, based on this page's content, which I was able to read because I attached that tab here. Here's my logo, and it's given me a short version right here. So again, I can go back, go to Gemini, and keep riffing on it to get it to that level of perfection. It used to be that we go to Fiverr, find a logo person, or use one of these logo tools and just keep trying to iterate, but now we can do it in real time. Here we go. Now this is getting into even more vintage territory where you have like clean lines, vintage colors. So it's forming, and it took us what, David, like 5-10 minutes to do this.
Yeah, you can really see the potential in it. It can be a really good concepting board as well for getting these ideas across.
Yep. So let's say we have your logo ready. Like we'll go with the poop stance, and then from here now, you're gonna have a hero like a header section, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, let me go back to my voice messaging. Okay, now give me what to add to the call to action header section above the fold. All right, so I'm back in Chat GPT, and now it's going to tell me, okay, this is what your header should look like. And then you can take this a step further and even try to create the landing page image in Gemini. I've never tried that, so we can try it live and see if it works. But what I was trying to get at is, gone are the days of those images that you get from stock image sites. I think now is the best time to create those personalized images that speak exactly to your audience. And I help so many people on Zenler time and time again. I see them continuing to use these stock images. And I think in today's day and age, there's no excuse to create these personal images because you don't need a designer. You don't need an extra person to do all this for you, and you don't need to go back and forth with those edits. You can just do it yourself.
Yeah, and I think even if you've got a designer working for you, um, to vector it and everything else,
Mhm.
it's really good because you can basically outline it. You can get that visual to your designer, and you know how many revisions that you have to do as a designer for clients, right?
Yep.
So if
Yep.
they're actually doing this and getting it all together for you, then you've got a really good base to start from.
Absolutely.
So much time of it.
Hmm. And so you'll see while you were saying that, I put another prompt, give me a header image prompt. So now ChatGPT knows, okay, it gave me the header. Surf confidence, surf chill, surf dudes. I actually love that. You should totally steal that, David. And then here's my hero image. So again, I will just take this and I'll put it inside of Gemini. Again, sometimes it goes off of the previous chat. So you can always start a new chat, go create image and do this. And then it'll start creating that brand new image for you. And now this can be your header image that I will then take in Zenler, put it on the front page, and then put my text overlay on it. Here we go. This is like custom made for you and speaks to your audience because they know what they're looking at. And if you don't like it, you want the guy on the wave instead of standing here, you can do that as well.
Mm.
So this was one way to create it, right? We have Gemini, play with the prompts, continue to use, I still use Chat GPT for prompts, but technically you can do all of that in Gemini and then continue to use it to get the images to your advantage. But what I want to show you next, David, is like, there are so many image models. Why should we stop with one? Let's just use all of them to our advantage. So before I open the next one, I want to see if you have any questions, David.
No, I think it's like all these tools. It is a tool for you to use and to speed up your workflow. Use it for concepting. There's 101 different uses for this stuff, right? Producing that content and coming up with all these ideas is just key. It's just about speeding everything up, making it cleaner and getting to where you want to be quicker, much,
Mm-hmm.
much quicker.
Yeah. And I can see, right? AI still has its limitations. Like, I don't know what happened here. This could be like this person is bending and also standing at the same time. But it
Yeah.
could be a camera angle was such that you don't see their legs. So as you're playing with it, make sure you continue to refine it. So let me open the next tool. And this one is for not just images, but also video. So it's called fal.ai. And I've put like, you can start with like $5. I have $17 credits here, and I'm going to show you how much content you can create for less than a few dollars. So when you go to fal.ai, at first it could be a little overwhelming. So what I do is I go to explore, and from explore, you see this little search bar here. I click here, and then that opens up all my filters. And then I just like to search for text to image. There are 114 text to image models, David. That's just crazy. Now, we're not going to go through all 114. What I like to do is just sort this by trending, which it typically automatically does, and pick the first four. And I'm going to show you how that prompt that we gave for the header image now works on these different models. Because again, we are at an era that we can test all these models for pennies on the dollar. So right now what I'm doing is on the left side, I'm adding my input, which is my prompt. There are some additional settings on, I want a negative prompt in here, like don't show me sunset, only show me sunrise, etc. Or don't show any birds in the photo. Whatever you want to do, you would add that as a negative prompt. And if you don't know how to use negative prompts, just ask ChatGPT or your favorite AI tool, they'll tell you. Then you can pick your aspect ratio. So since this is for the header image, I would pick 16 by 9. And then you can also pick how many images you want it to create. You see the cost here, David, per image? Isn't that mind blowing?
Crazy.
It's
Yeah.
0.02 cents per image. So I could create a ton of images and get them exactly how I wanted. So what I typically do is I'll go run this model. Then the next one is this Bria model. I'll go do the same thing. This one is asking for number of inference steps. So if you hover over it, says the help text isn't that helpful. But how many times do you want AI to infer on that? And then it also automatically has some negative prompts. So I'll remove that, change the. So this is what I do, David. I kind of continue to work on this with different models to see which one is giving me the best output because I don't want to settle for just one when I have so many to choose from.
Mm.
So for those who are maybe listening or watching on the small screen and can't see this clearly, I'm going through different AI image models on FAL. and then generating that same header image to see which one I like best. Right now, I'm just giving the prompts. I haven't even seen the result yet, but I want to make sure that my prompts are in here. Some, as you can see, have more settings than others. So now that we have our 4 image models running, I had started at $17.18. If I, or it was at 20 or something like that. I even forgot what it was at, 17.20. If I refresh, I've spent 6 cents, David. And for 6 cents, I have 4 images. So here's image number one. I like this one better than what Gemini gave us because it doesn't look AI at all. This one looks very AI. I don't like this, but hey, maybe you might like, because this is going to go on your header area and probably going to be overlaid with text. Maybe you don't really care what the image looks like. Here's the one
And
from Recraft.
you could of course build on it as well, couldn't you? So you could take that image back into AI and get it to make tweaks and changes to it.
Yep, I can do it right here, or I can do it in my own tool like Gemini or something.
Mm.
Absolutely. So here's the one from Recraft. Not that great. So far, image gen looks like the top one. And then for some reason, Flux is telling us this is not safe for work content. So you will run into these issues as you continue to use these tools. Sometimes I will try to create an AI video and I get blocked. I'm like, what did I say in my prompt that was against their policy? You just move on, because I will then take that same prompt, put it in Chat GPT or your favorite AI tool and say, hey, I'm getting this error. Can you redo this in a way that I wouldn't get this error? So I'm going to take a pause
Yes.
here, David, before I move on to showing you now. Now we have the image. Now we have your kind of like your header set, but maybe now you want to add a AI video to it. I'm going to do that next. But before I do, I want to see if you have any questions.
No, again, I mean, I love the way that you can just jump between the different image models and just add that and see what it comes out with. So they are all different, you know, and for some of them, that's why I guess in a way it's a good idea not to just stick with the one tool. You know, if you're constantly looking around at different image models and FAL gives you that ability to do it, then you
Mhm.
can find one that suits your needs for very little money as well. And if we think a logo is very important, right? So you could afford to spend, you know, a few £100 to build this.
Yeah, exactly. And you can search here, like I just searched logo and it gave me these. So these are essentially models that are trained to create logos.
Yeah.
Look at this image. Just waiting for Halloween with Ideogram 2 at fal.ai.
We're
That's
following a theme here, Amit.
yeah. But what I could do is I could go back to our logo that we had created earlier. Where was it? This one. And I can then put it in one of those models that are trained for logo making and see what it comes up with. I find Google's Nano Banana to be pretty good at it. Uh, Again, it's one of those where you just keep trying different models to see what works best for you. So I've noticed that some of these have different training data, so they generate a better result. Here we go. This one, I like the logo itself, but I don't like the text. So I can again remove this. Is this also the poop position, David?
Yeah. It's not so bad. That one's not bad actually.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
quite like that one.
yeah. So this cost us 0.025 cents, and it took 17 seconds to create a logo. That what this is like just wild times that we live in. So now we have our logo, we have our header image. Now maybe you want to add a video, right, of uh, someone surfing. You were doing dragons earlier. I can see the dragons are also showing up here. Maybe they're listening. So you would do the same thing that we did earlier. I use fal.ai. Also use Sora for video making, which is ChatGPT's product. But Google also has their own image video generator. So I can go in here and say create videos with VEO. So now when I'm creating a video, it's going to ask me to start a new chat because now we are switching context from creating images to creating videos. So now I'm in a new chat, and then same thing here. I can say, give me a video for my landing page. So for those watching on the small screen, I'm typing this in Chat GPT. Give me a 10-second video for my landing page, and it's actually breaking it down by short by each scene. In 2 seconds, you're going to do this, and this, and this. That's not what I want, but it's also given me the prompt for video generators like VEO, which is what we're going to use, for Runway, for Pika, which I had talked about earlier. So what I can do is take this and just dump it in here. David, have you used any of these video tools yet?
I use Kling quite a lot.
Okay, that one's a
Um,
good one too.
yeah, for my bits, it does a good job, but it's like having time to look at all these things. I'm always playing around with different stuff. So yeah, it's just the playground for me.
Yeah, yeah, I like playing. I think I'm trying to think which was I think it was Kling AI. So there is a website that has, just like FAL has all the image AI models, there is a website called Higgsfield that has all the video AI models. So we're going to take the same prompt there to show you how it works. So I'm going to copy this prompt.
Yeah, and I think
And,
it's also good to note here that you don't have to have the final product, right? You could do something, so you could use different layers and you could basically tell AI, and this is what I did for the bats flying across the screen. Right, I
okay.
just said create bats flying in from left right up to the corner,
Hmm.
but put it on the green screen. So then I can take it into my editing program and I can alpha out the green screen. And
Yep.
then you get an overlay straight away. So you could build up what you need to do.
Yeah, I like that. And I was actually trying to play with that yesterday where I had like a green screen subscribe YouTube button thing, but I couldn't figure out how to remove the green screen and keep the button, because every time I would remove the green screen, like chroma key it, the button would also disappear. So yeah, you're right though. You can this could be the starting point, and then you just take it into your own existing flow to continue to refine it, edit it, and make it where now it's your brand and really speaks to what you're selling, right?
Hmm.
So if we go to our uh, Google, you can see the video is ready, and I think it took like maybe a minute while we were chatting. So I think let me just make sure that I can. Oh, I like your logo, by the way. It's never too late. Serve tools that you shared. Let me make sure I'm sharing my computer sound. In do you do this a lot, David? How do I do this in Zoom to check if my computer sound is being shared?
Yeah, they moved it actually. If you go down to audio, click the little up button and just on microphone modes, put it to original sound for musicians.
I see test speaker and microphone. Leave computer audio. I don't see microphone mode. I see audio settings.
Oh, I don't know. I've got it in mine. Play it, it
Oh,
might come through.
yeah. Let me play it and see if it comes through. Hold on.
So this has actually got sound in it.
Did you hear that?
Not really.
Okay. So let me see if I can meetings.
It's pretty good though, isn't it? Just
It
guys, like
it's
just put a
insane.
prompt in there and just get it to produce a video. So all the guys are queuing up, watching him sort of get up from a board. Okay, so I guess these are you can tweak these as well, yeah? Because that's the problem with videos. They take longer to process and you're kind of like you can be into 30 or 40 of them before you get one or bits of one that's right.
Yeah. So Here's what I would say. This was my problem, and I created my own AI to create my own tool to scratch my edge and solve my problem of how do we make these better. So I will share the link to this. I have to tweak it, but essentially, what these programs understand, David, is the JSON structure. So you can create, a, or you can just ask ChatGPT, hey, give me this same prompt, but do it in a JSON structure. And I've noticed that that yields better results because you, at the end of the day, it's ones and zeros, and you're talking to a large language model that understands structured data over unstructured data. Does that make sense?
Yep, yep.
So I can go back into ChatGPT and say, redo the video prompt in a JSON format. And then we can it's essentially a bunch of these googly cops that I don't understand, but there are titles to all of them that I do understand. The duration is 10 seconds. Here's the style, here's the scene. And then you can go and tweak these, or I can just copy this, go to a video generator, or go back to Gemini, create a new video, and this time try it with JSON to see how it comes out.
Yeah,
So,
interesting. So you're actually focusing in on script, which
yeah.
obviously AI likes. I'm wondering, right, Amit, I don't know if you tried this, but you know when you download cloud recordings from Zenler,
Hmm.
you get a JSON script with it. Have you tried just putting
Uh,
that into AI?
no, I have not. That's a good one to try. No, I haven't
Hmm.
tried that. Um, I didn't even know that was a thing. So that's good to know.
Yeah, see if it does anything. Because if you've got a whole script, you know, your video, see what it turns out.
Yeah, and typically what I do, David, like I'll do a shameless plug for myself here that I just launched the gamification video on YouTube on Zenler's amazing new gamification functionality. So what I'll typically do is I'll take the script from Descript, and then I have a workflow in ChatGPT where it spits out the uh, thumbnail, it spits out the YouTube title, description, all of that. But yeah, that's good to know that Zenler gives you that JSON format. I didn't know that. And by the way, while we were talking, here's our same video using a different model. So for this one, we used Sora through a tool called Higgs Field AI. And
Hmm.
if I play this, I'm so bummed that the sound's not coming through. I wish I could figure out how to. Maybe in mine, you know what? I think I figured it out. Okay, I did figure it out. It's
Start surfing the chill way. Learn
Better.
pop-ups, gear, and ocean confidence together. Start.
dude, that with the JSON prompt was insane. Did you hold
Yeah,
on? Did you
that's
hear the audio this time?
yes, yeah, it did. Yeah, absolutely, Amit. It's really good. And with the voiceover as well. Play it
Right?
again. Let's
Yeah,
listen
let me play
again.
it again and let me increase my volume a bit. Hold on. Okay, let's play this again.
Surfing the chill way. Learn pop-ups, gear, and ocean confidence together. Start surfing the chill way. Learn pop-ups, gear, and ocean confidence together.
Yeah, he's got the fins the wrong way around, but it's sticking up at the beginning. But I like the way that it's got that kind of vintage feel behind it as well,
Yep.
you know. Um, but amazing, isn't it?
And what you
Just
can do is you said the fins are the wrong way.
go to the
Um,
beginning, and you see
yeah,
the fins are pointing up when he jumps on the thing. It's like
yep. So what you can do is take you can rerun the prompt, and before running the prompt, what you do is you just add your own elements to it. So I added this surfboard here. Then you run the prompt again to see if it incorporates some of the elements that you were giving it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. So you're giving it a kind of reference to use.
Yep. Yeah. So I given it the reference, wait for it to do its thing, and then while it's doing that, let's see how this one came out. I Before even playing it, I don't know if this is going to be a good one, but let's see. The fins are at least not above the surfboard.
Yeah.
Hands right by your ribs, eyes forward, push up, and bring the back foot through.
Like this?
Yeah, that's it. Let your knees bend, feel.
That's if you want to surf two surfboards, right? That's what you do.
Isn't it crazy how far the body movements have come and how fluid they are compared to just like a few months ago where it was like horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, even
what
the
I like
even
to,
the voice models, the voice models are
oh
so
yeah,
much better now.
absolutely. And I use these tools. I'm not married to a single tool, David, as you can see. I just want to find what works best for me and my audience and then show them how to use it because I don't really care what model. All these models are trained on a specific data set. That's why some are better than other at different things. I know this one is considered really good, the WAN 2.5. That's a Chinese model. And I can do the same thing here. I can paste that image of the surfboard and then give it the JSON prompt. Some say JSON, some say JSON. I don't really know. So
Jason.
I'm changing it. I'll change it to a 10-second duration, 1080p, and I put the same JSON prompt in there with that surfboard. So it's all about kind of trying to get out of your comfort zone. And sometimes I feel like if I do too much chatting with ChatGPT, it kind of goes off a tangent and then starts saying stuff that doesn't really make sense. So that's why I like to keep it fresh.
Yeah. I mean, if we look at this though, we're dealing with something that's a very complex subject,
Mhm.
right? Because I mean, AI doesn't know which way you jump on the board. It doesn't know what a surfboard is. It's just going off what you tell it. And so the amount of detail you put into it is going to give you a better result. And this is why there's prompt engineering, right?
Yep.
Because you need to be very specific with these things to help it. But it still doesn't know. It generates an image. It still doesn't know. It's just producing from code. So when you see the surfer jumping up sideways on the board, AI doesn't know that it's getting up the wrong way. It just
Yep.
like, I've done what you asked me to do. So you need to tell it, and this is where it's not just a simple thing of just putting prompts in. You've got to get used to this. You can see Amit's quite used to putting these prompts in, and he knows exactly kind of the results he's going to get. But surfing is a challenging one, just for the body mechanics alone.
And David, here's something crazy, right? I interviewed, um, I don't know if you've watched this show. It's called The Last of Us. It's a HBO, or I don't know where they're streaming it now. Uh, have you heard of this TV show, David? The Last of Us. It's like kind of zombie-esque with Pablo Pascal. Look, you can see the ratings are super high, right? And
Right.
the
Okay.
person
Yeah.
who edited this show is my friend, Benjamin Cook. So I brought him on my YouTube channel. I'm like, dude, you're the real deal. You tell me how good these AI tools are. So you can see I have a video on my channel here. Filmmaker reacts to Google's new AI video tool. I chatted with him and he was mind blown. He's like, this is when VEO3 first came out. To your point, surfing is hard. He created a documentary about fire or fire volunteer firefighters, and some of the fire scenes he couldn't believe how realistic they are. So they could be used for like B-roll footage.
Mm.
But here's a new video that we did with this surfboard. Let's see if it adheres to the image.
Start surfing the
Oh,
chill
there you
way.
go.
Learn pop-ups, gear, and ocean confidence together.
I kind of like that little pop that he
Start
did there.
surfing the chill way. Learn pop-ups, gear.
I really love this part where the sun is just like the golden hour, and you could edit this video, take just this piece, and slice it into your own, right? But you can see some of the things like I don't know what are these hanging things from the surfboards, and the fins are again. backwards maybe. But I like the concept of this one where the golden hour is showing, and it would take you so much more time trying to find a stock footage video, just the right one, where now you can just talk to AI and tell it to make it for you.
Yeah. And that's the bottom line.
Yep. So we looked at image tools. One of the other things here in Higgs field is you can also create AI images within Higgs field. What I love about this one is Higgs field has something called a photo dump. So you see this grandma image. This was a photo dump where I provided it with AI images of this person that doesn't exist. And then it just creates a dump of different styles and different poses of that person. So you can see grandma smoking a cigarette here, grandma's punk rock style. And I wanted to do this so I could create a consistent character. So this is great if you just have your own images. You and Lyric were talking about this, right? Like just sitting smiling in front of the camera before you start talking to have those thumbnails. You could do that and then put them all into Higgs field and create a photo dump. I forgot right here, photo dump studio. You upload a bunch of your images, and when you do, it will create the photo dump for you. Or it has these pre-made characters that you can use. So this one was mine, but all these others are pre-made characters that you just click on them and it'll just create the dump for you. And you can use that wherever you want. So there are all these tools. If you're not creative enough and or ChatGPT's prompts or your AI tool prompts aren't really giving you the result, then you can go and use these tools. And then to that effect, I wanted to show you one more thing about stock media, right? So let's go back to surfing and give me, actually, let's look at some of these surfing images. I like this one. Now, let's say you want to recreate this. You kind of reverse prompt engineer it where I will go and ask ChatGPT, define this image. And look at how AI thinks, and then you can reverse engineer the prompt to then make your own prompts better. So it's saying this image shows two people standing on a sandy beach facing the ocean, blah, blah, blah. And then you can say, okay, now use this to create. Actually, let me redo it. Okay, create a similar image prompt in a vintage retro style for my surf dudes course. So see how I'm taking what's already out there, not recreating the wheel, and now it's giving me a new prompt based on what it sees here. Again, take it back to your favorite AI tool, create the image, give it that prompt. So I didn't have to even think what kind of prompt to give. I find an image online, I like the style, I ask my AI tool to define what that image is, and then I take it and put it in my own AI editing or AI image creation tool.
So this is really good because, like, as you mentioned right at the beginning, it's all about being descriptive. But it also means that, especially, we do have a lot of instructors that are worried because they're not creative. And I think
Mhm.
this kind of helps them and addresses their needs as well.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it's just seriously, this is just limited by your imagination at this point. The barrier to entry is not even there anymore. Like, you want to create a new TikTok channel and blow up within days, you can do that. You can create any sort of video, and people don't care that it's AI generated as long as it makes them laugh. I hear a lot of people, there's obviously two sides to it, right? That people are like AI slop, and this is all AI junk and it's not even real. But if it makes you laugh, do you care if that cartoon was animated by a person sitting behind a computer versus the computer now doing the thing and you're the animator behind the computer? instead of going to a professional animation artist who does this, now you have the power to do it. That's how I look at it. And of course, there is some truth to, okay, this is just going to keep creating slop and you don't know what's real and what's not anymore, which is true. But that's where these companies need to have stricter guidelines, and we need to be more vigilant of what we are reading and watching.
Yeah, I think it's down to like if it makes people laugh and it's a point and you're transparent about it all, then
Mm-hmm.
it's absolutely fine, isn't it? It's when it's this grey area now. It's a big subject, isn't it? Where like deep fakes and these sort of things,
Yeah.
that's when it gets dodgy, and can get very something. See, if you look at AI is really clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a newborn baby, if you like, completely innocent. It's
Yeah.
only when people get their hands on things do we actually corrupt and turn these
Mm-hmm.
things into something that was good as a tool into something that's now seen as in these bad lights.
Yeah.
And that's
Absolutely.
down to not AI, that's down to people.
Exactly.
Do you
And
want
let me
to
show
open
you
another
something.
one?
Before we
Go
wrap
on.
up, I'll show you one more thing. So YouTube obviously shows me what, based on my search or my kids' search history, right? So I'm going to find a thumbnail. Obviously, we want to find one which has lots of views. So this thing has 882,000 views, this video, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thumbnail, copy it, and this is just like continuing our image creation. Now I can go into Gemini, put that as a reference image. Then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up my chat with ChatGPT for my YouTube video, Zenler Gamification tutorial. Take this prompt here, and sorry if I'm flying. I just want to show you the art of possible. All right, let's go back to Gemini. I'm going to put my image prompt, and I think I might have to copy that thumbnail again, unless I already have it. Let's see. Okay, I have it. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the thumbnail prompt that I got from AI based on my video. I'm attaching a thumbnail that I liked from YouTube, and I'm now also going to upload my own image in here. So this is my mugshot that I've uploaded. And now I'm going to see if it can combine the two, the style of the thumbnail that I attach with my image, with this prompt to give me a YouTube thumbnail. Somehow my face is not liked by AI. Like I always get a weird output of my face. I'm like, what is wrong with my face? All right, see, I got 3 hands.
Oh, right.
But
Well, that's not
I like,
bad, is it?
no, of course, I need more hands. I do too much. So I do like the text here of Zenler gamification. This time it errored out and didn't spell it right. So this is how my iterative and creative process works. I continue to use different prompts. I'll go on YouTube, look for thumbnails that look like they were high performing thumbnails, feed that to AI, and then I redo my prompts to continue to get better because I just don't have that creative brain to come up with a good thumbnail idea on my own. My thumbnails are super boring. That's what sells on YouTube, right? If you don't have a good thumbnail, no one's going to click on the video unless you're the only one making that content. So,
Yeah.
with that, now I wanted to show you something, David, but I want you to screen share because so I can see what you see. Are you up for showing you how far you can stretch AI?
Yeah. What
Okay.
are we doing?
I created a piece of software. I'm going to put it in our chat here that I built completely with AI. So I want to see real time live. Is this works or doesn't work? And I'm sure you're familiar with AppSumo. So the idea was I wanted to take all my deals from AppSumo and put them in a dashboard, not a Google Sheet, in a dynamic place where I can keep track of it. And that idea just kept evolving and evolving and evolving into what you will see now. And if you want, I can share, or if you feel comfortable sharing your screen, I just want to show you
It's showing
how
me
I created this.
site cannot be reached, Amit.
Oh, that's the perfect start. So I think it's the URL. Just put a www in front of it. And let's remove the HTTP. Is it STA? You know what? It might be STACK. Yeah, I'm missing a letter here. Stacko Taco.
Put that in the chat.
Yeah, I'll put this in chat and see if you can share your screen, and then I'll kind of walk you through the process of how I did this.
All right. So I'll share, yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
All right. So this is what I did, right? I was telling you I had my own needs of wanting a tool that would help me track my lifetime deals, because I buy a lot of them from AppSumo. AppSumo has this whole tacos thing. Hey, give us 5 tacos, which is their version of the reviews or stars. So this landing page, as much as I love Zenler, sometimes I just want to get something out there fast. I try to build all my landing pages on Zenlers, but this one I was like, I just want to get something out there. So this is all HTML hard coded, but I didn't write a single line of code. And I can see you poking around. Everything is responsive. I can see your mouse moving. Now go ahead and scroll down, and all of this, I didn't do anything. I didn't drag any components. This is the future, right? Of how people are going to be building. I'm sure Zenler is already thinking of how the editor is going to evolve. But you can see, not only is this super cool, but this is also functional. So all these deals that you're seeing here are pulling from a backend that I, as an admin, can add these deals. And those deals will then open up the AppSumo page. So it can take you right to the deal. Now I can add my own affiliate links to those deals, which I haven't done yet. So David, go ahead and try to sign in on this, because I want to show you how evolved you can get. Watch this. I want to pause here for a second. You just saw the landing page. Now you're seeing the sign up page on
Right.
that
So let me just
site. Yeah, because sometimes when you click in, it shows you your other emails, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly
You
what
got to
you're
be
thinking.
really careful with this stuff, guys, when you're sharing. So
Yeah.
let's try this.
So you're not going to be able to sign in, but I'll just tell you why. Because you're logging in, you're not an account yet. But what's cool is few things I want to show here. Not only was I able to create the login page, I was able to add Google authentication. So you could sign, you see at the bottom, it says need an account, sign up. You can sign up and go ahead and click that sign up link all the way to the bottom of your screen under the login button. And you will see nothing, the UI changed just a slight bit, and now you can click the blue button to sign up. So what this is going to do is I also added authentication, and all of this was with English prompts, David. I have no clue how to code this. I have no clue how to make this happen. So if you have a second screen, I know you do, you will have received an authentication email that you have to click to be able to create your account on Stacko Taco to log in. So log in, and I'm going to show you a few more things. Do we have extra minutes?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I've got the confirmation.
Perfect.
Just copy the link address. Yeah. So this is quite
And
interesting.
as our viewers can see, we didn't practice this because I didn't even have the right website to give you. You
This
didn't
has
know
not
I was
been,
going to do this with you.
this has not been practiced at all, right? So I'm just pasting the code into here.
Perfect. Boom. Look at this, David. You have a fully functional dashboard of a product that did not exist 2 weeks ago. I literally purchased the domain 2 weeks ago. You have a profile section where you are already given a username. You have a donate button if you want to support the project, shows your email. You can receive marketing emails or not. You can add your first and last name, but I didn't need that friction of first and last name. So just give me your email, sign up. You're in your dashboard. I can see you clicking around. Things are working. Now go back to AppSumo and try to add a deal here. So go to AppSumo and pick any deal.
Oh,
Oh, it automatically logged you in. So my landing page is gone. But if you go to just appsumo.com, you can just pick any random deal from there. There you go.
but this one?
Yeah, let's go for it. Watch how, like, obviously you don't see the backend prompts that I have, but if you just copy the deal URL from the, just copy that and go back to Stack Overflow. Now you can click add deal and you can see how intuitive I've made the UI. So once you add that, click the fetch deal button. I need to make it more prominent. It automatically gets, and David, I have can you, if we pause here, how long do you think and how much money do you think a developer would charge you to build something like this?
Yeah.
Right,
A
you've lost your
lot.
voice. Lots.
It's
And
pretty
look at
good.
the
If I add this, I can add it straight to the deal. So I can deal price discounted.
here's
So I
something
can
crazy that I
add,
didn't even know that this software did. I just saw it. It is putting in your date format because it understands you are in live in a country where the date format is different than my country. I did not know it did that. But the category, click on auto detect for a second. I want to see if it auto detects the category. Sales and customer engagement, because it's a dialing tool. So I added that. All of this was with a prompt. But yeah, go ahead and try to just hit add deal. There you go. Now it's reminding you that you have 60 days to refund this deal or you're going to be stuck with it.
yeah. Oh, okay.
And you can choose which tier you purchased, how often do you use it. And I also added RIP. So go ahead and select RIP because sometimes the AppSumo deals, they just shut down, right? It's a startup, one person, they're like, I duped people. I don't want to do this anymore. But go ahead on the usage and select RIP.
Where am I going here?
The drop down for usage.
All right,
You'll see it puts a
refugees.
little, it puts a little skeleton there. So all of that, you can search your deals. You can choose whether you want to search you want to view it in a list view or a table view. You can sort your table. All of this was with prompts. Every single thing here, David, is I have not written a single line of code. I don't know how to write code. But is this crazy? Now, if you go back to AppSumo, let's pick one more deal to show you something cool.
Right,
So
let's
let's
come pick
say,
this.
let's say this is something that you want, but you're not ready to purchase it. You can add it to your watch list in your dashboard. I'm not even
Ah,
going to tell
okay.
you how to add it to watch list because it's so intuitive that you should be able to. Automatically pulls in the image, the details. It's not pulling in the pricing yet because that's an additional thing that I have to work on. But hey, you can put in the pricing or you don't have to. Now here's something cool. Go to see how it's automatically put in their website, cardclan.io, at the bottom where it says company website.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and go there. Open it in a new tab. I want to show you something interesting. And if you just go to their pricing page, how much is their pricing? All right, $20 a month. Okay, let's go back to Stack Overflow and choose their cheapest plan and put the monthly pricing there, where it says monthly price at the bottom. the 29, yeah, you just put $20 there. And let's say the AppSumo price is $79. So put the tier 1 price in there for $79. So here's something really interesting. It tells you that in 4 months, you're going to break even. Imagine having just a calculator. Forget everything else that I've put in this functionality. Just having this calculator to do this. You said to get a developer to build this would cost, give me a rough estimate, David. You're a developer, I'm asking you to build this. I don't even have the full requirements. So first of all, we're going to go back and forth like 50 times with requirements, because every time you're going to make an enhancement, I'm going to ask you, oh, can it do this? Can it do this? How much? Give me a number.
Oh, I don't know. Probably about $8,000.
How's $40? That's how much this cost me. 40
I mean,
bucks.
fully finished. I don't know, because there's so many different things going on here.
Right?
And
And
if
everything's
you got
working.
to plan and design all this stuff out as well for all these fields and everything else going in there. And you got AI looking at the similar models and just adding this stuff straight in there. Yeah, it's crazy, especially as a coder, as a designer, you focus in different areas, whereas AI doesn't, and that's a big thing as well.
Yep. So now you can add this to watch list, and you can upload a screenshot if you want to of the deal, because people like to see, hey, how much was this deal? Because now they are trying to go back on their terms. So now there's more functionality I want to add. I want to be able to um, have an AI in here that looks at all your deals and tell you what can you do with it. How can you start a business with all the things you've purchased from AppSumo? Or look at all your deals, and when you add a new deal in the watch list, it should say, hey, guess what? You are an addict. You already have 3 of the similar tools that do this thing that you're now looking at this 4th tool for. So stop doing that. So it can help you save money. It can help you save money by reminding you, hey, your refund is coming up. Here's something interesting, David. Go to my deals and change for this Dial Lara, change the refund to 5 days instead of 60 days. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to see if you can go to your deal and figure out how to edit it and
What am I doing?
change the number of refund days on that Dial Lara deal. See, this is the part we didn't prepare. Nice. All right. So you figured it out, and now you're going to change the refund window to, let's say, 5 days.
Oh, fine. Let's put it 7 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Update
You'll
deal.
notice that not only did the countdown timer change, it's showing you the urgency that, yo, you have a deal in here that's going to expire, and you need to do something about it. If you want to like your refund is essentially going to expire, not the deal. So all of this to say, this is possible today. And this wasn't possible at this level. This was not possible 6 months ago. So
Yeah, this is great stuff.
right. All right.
Mm.
While you're sharing your screen, I'm going to put this link in here. If you don't mind opening it for me.
Okay. Okay.
Where's my Zoom chat? Oh man, they keep moving it on me. Okay. Go ahead to this one and let's talk about it. So you asked me to come here 5 days ago. I didn't prepare for any of this. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to show David and the rest of the Zenler folks the power of AI. I built this morning, David, 3 hours before our call. I built this in 45 minutes, and this is actually something I'm selling. And you were like, I'm going to sign up for this. So you saw how I built that super complicated SaaS tool. Now think about this, and this is kind of like my pitch here is thank you for having me, and I would love to teach people how to build things like that. Whether you have a calculator you want to build, or you want to build a dashboard for your students or anything, right? You could build it today, and the barrier to entry, like I said, is nothing. So I built this today within 3 hours time. Like I said, I love Zenler, but sometimes I just want to get things out there. So I built this using a site called Lovable. People don't even have to pay me. Just go use Lovable, do it on your own. All I am giving you is a shortcut to learning. You don't want the shortcut, please go build it. Learn it on your own. There's millions of videos on YouTube on how to use Lovable. But if you would like someone to guide you, to show you how to do this, I'm starting a cohort. I'm seeing you're on my checkout page, also built within the 3 hours that I had before preparing for this webinar. So
Yeah.
I have a coupon code in here that's valid for a week. It's 10% off. It's $297. What you get for that is a fully fledged out course that I will walk you through on how to build that complex SaaS software. And then you can ask me questions in there. I'll be using Zenler's community for those who join. Your sneaky little new members area, which looks amazing, or your profile area. I love that. So I'll be using the Zenler tech stack to host the course, the Zenler community to talk to people, and I might throw in a live call in there. I'm not sure about it yet. The content is not ready. It's being built because I'm so busy building that I don't have the time to build the content. But you kind of gave me this platform. So I'm like, okay, now and my feet's to the fire. Now, before people throw eggs at me, I'm going to build something. So I'm giving myself 30 days, but I also want to respect people. So there's obviously a money back guarantee. If you change your mind or you're like, this isn't for me, you get your money back.
Yeah, it's really good, and this stuff is moving along at hyper speed. And lots of this stuff that Amit's talking about, you can put it into your Zenler site. So, because I've also done that with some of the courses. So in some of the pages, I've used code generated
Yep.
HTML, and I just put it into the HTML blocks. So it can generate this stuff really quickly. I'm trying to find stuff now, which looks similar to what you've got as well with the pages. I can't find any. So I'll
It's
cut
okay.
this into
I'll
I'll
show
cut it
you.
into the video.
I,
Right,
I
okay.
I will show people this too, right? Um, I'm in my Zenler school, and you don't need if you, like David said, you can build this in Zenler. So if I go to a header here, I'm going to add a header block, and I can take the code from this block, and I can just ask ChatGPT, give me or make this header dynamic with a parallax background and update the code below. So it'll keep the Zenler code in mind and it'll do it. So again, you can do simple things like this in Zenler, or make a complex thing like a calculator and embed it inside of Zenler. All of this
Yeah,
is
and you can see
possible
you
today.
can copy that code. So this would be, this is probably something that's coming into Zenler at some point anyway,
Oh,
where
I'm sure it is.
you'll be able to prompt blocks to be created.
Mhm.
But it's super cool because like Amit's going to do it now. He's going to drop it in, right? It's going to select all, delete it out, copy it in, and now he's got, you sometimes have to play around with this stuff, guys. So sometimes it doesn't work out the box, right?
Yeah, and the
Just
parallax effect only works when I scroll. Right now, I don't have anything to
you
scroll
don't
to.
have any content for it to scroll, so it's
Yeah,
not going to scroll. You'll need to
but
add three or
here's
four
another thing I
blocks.
can do. I can say redo the code, add uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Gradient shadow to the button and buttons. So you can just play around with this stuff. It's like I said, the hottest coding language of 2025 is English. If you can write English and communicate your thoughts clearly and prompt clearly, you can do it. And it kind of teaches you coding too, right? Like I can see,
Mm.
the AI added something called glow buttons. Then it has this glow button collar and then this is the position of it. It has a Z index. I already know some of this stuff because I've been doing the Zenler pages since it first came out in 2019. But now I can actually look at the code, and that's a knowledge that's great to have. So now I can go back, put this code in here, and David, look at that glowing Halloween buttons right there.
It's perfect. So I found the page. I just want to show
Yeah.
I just want to show the page inside here. So this is inside the Zenler site, right? Okay, inside the curriculum. And again, it's got these features. This is just a block that was created. It's done all the structure for me. So this is like a curriculum. Instead of using text, I use HTML. Actually, I use the text block. I just put it in as HTML. So, and it gives you all these lovely effects going through it, you know, all these sort of stuff going on. And that is simply, I think I use Claude for this. It just produced that HTML, inline HTML, sealed inside a div tag. I drop it in there so it doesn't interfere with the outside div tags of the page itself. So this is where you need to know a little bit about codey bits. And this is where Amit jumps all over it. You try it and it doesn't work, and it's just a little thing you've left out. But you can see all these different effects and stuff you can get in here. And this is put straight into, look, it's even done a little funnel system. Isn't the perfect?
Nice.
You know, but it's got all this stuff going down the bottom. They all move. Look, they all do. All down here, completion rates. It all's got hover over. And this was done probably in less than 5 minutes. You know,
That's crazy.
all this stuff. It was basically off a prompt for all the course bits. So I then said, oh, we'll just put this together. It's going to be lesson 1 called Why Gamification is an Online Platform, you know. So it was just basically taken from that, put in there HTML. I wanted a color gradient underneath it, 100%. So it filled up the whole area, dumped it in, and there you go. And that is the power of it. Because like to code that and do that all myself, it take a long time.
It does. It takes a long time. And everyone, even coders, are using this to their advantage, right? Because they don't. So I interviewed this guy. His name is Micah. I forget his last name. There's this website. I'll leave you guys with this. Alaska fishery. Okay. Let me leave you with this, David, because this is serious food for thought of how much money is on the table right now. So I'm going to share my screen. You see this website, NOAA Fisheries? I have no clue about fisheries in Alaska, but you can see how this website is not the greatest. So I interviewed this guy, Micah, on my YouTube channel. If I go back to my channel and go to my videos, you can go find that interview. It's a very fascinating interview. Oh, I have to switch accounts. I'm on a different YouTube channel. This one, Amit Arora Official. So David, you can drop the link in our Facebook for this one. But if I go view my channel, go to my videos, you just look for the one where I interview this guy. He used to be a Lockheed Martin engineer, and then he left that, and now he does his own thing, and he vibe coded this Alaska fisheries, and his channel has all these details. He vibe coded something for this, and he called it Alaska BB Run or something. And essentially what he did is he put a wrapper around a crappy website and made it so that fishermen on the sea could use his app to figure out what is allowed today, like how many boats are allowed, how many salmon are in the water, whatever. So he did all this using vibe coding. He's been coding since 14. I think he made 20 grand in the first month of the app being live. So that's the amount of money that's on the table. You just have to go do. That's really the barrier to entry is hands on keyboard, 3 hands on keyboard.
This is crazy stuff. So a lot of people, are you guys a little bit confused by what's going on? They might need to watch the replay. Have it.
Oh yeah, there's lots going on. Please watch from the beginning.
Yeah, But this is fabulous, and definitely check out that offer as well. So that'll be put in, you can watch this on the replay anyway, and we'll put it into the comments. Amit, if you go into the group, if you can put those links in there inside of that post for a day with Zenler.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so people can grab that offer if they want.
Yep.
When is it starting? Does it give time? Oh, you've got launch date, December the 1st. Cool.
Yeah,
You're
I have to change it to
motoring.
2025. It's happening in the past right now. And so this is let's do one quick thing. I'll show you, right, the sauce, the secret sauce. Here I am inside my Lovable. Um, See, we just found a mistake. This one should say December 1st, 2025. I'm going to go hit edit, and I can edit just that piece, or I can edit the whole page, or I can edit the whole functionality. And this is the same app I use to create that complicated SaaS software. And I'm on their $20 a month plan. So when I said it cost me $40 to make it, it's because I needed extra credits. Otherwise, it would have cost me just the $20 a month plan to make it. But now I have the knowledge and I have the workflow on how this should be done. Like I usually start with one tool, get my requirements down, then move to this tool, fill out my requirements. Before I even do that, I then have started going to Google Gemini that we just saw earlier, to create the wireframe to see what this tool is going to look like before I can make the changes. But yeah, I'll put all the links. So here I can just go to edit this piece and say change this to December 1st, 2025. And boom, it'll go and change that.
This is really cool. And guys, just imagine like what we were showing there, where inside Zenler you can put HTML and things like this. You can use this and put stuff in from here into Zenler. Amit?
Uh, Let me think. You can, yes, absolutely. You can say, hey, I want to embed this. Give me an embeddable code. Let's say instead of a landing page, you're building a calculator or whatever is your niche, right? Your niche is surfers. Maybe you're building a surf schedule. First, you would flush out all the requirements of, I want this tool to have an integration with an API with Google because I want the waves and the moon schedule because that impacts the waves. I want all of that, but then I want people to be able to use this outside of this site. You can say, hey, please give me an embeddable code, or you can just go inside the code. If you understand it, take the embed from here and just put it in your Zenler site.
It's
So here's
super cool.
my update's already there, David. The What do you mean it said 2024? It never said that.
I didn't see a thing. I
This
tell
was
you what
fun.
would be really quite interesting to see. Maybe we'll take this off camera. For surfing, a lot of people use Surfline and they look at the forecast of waves, whether it's going to be in the green or the red, whether it's good for surfing. So they have this live forecast. And I'm wondering if something can be built around that. Something to talk about, because it's used a lot. It was actually owned, it's called Surfline now. It's owned by Magic Seaweed, and Surfline bought them out. And this is a forecaster, so it forecasts the different beaches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it could create something like that, and I'm pretty sure it could nowadays.
You
If
gave
you
me
go down,
requirements for something similar to Surfline, you said?
yeah, yeah, it's in the chat there. Um, but it's got an app, you see. The app's really good because you just got it on the app. So I don't think the website's as good. It's
So
got,
I want you to know that these things can create apps too. I just haven't done it yet to create an app to publish it to the App Store because I tried to do with the Zenler app when it first came out. It's a lot of work to create it, to publish it. But here it says key features, live surf cams, this. So at this point, what I'm doing is I'm telling ChatGPT to give me the requirements, and then I can take those requirements, including the technical architecture of what the front end and the back end should be, and then I put it inside of Lovable, Or I can just say, help me build something similar to surfline.com. How's that for a prompt? And it's okay. It's like, cool, let's do this. And it's going to go and just try to do something similar. You see, my requirements, David, are so skinny. Help me build something similar to surfline.com.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there, but there will be something there soon. On the left side, you can see, I will help you build a surf forecasting app inspired by Surfline. First, let me check out their design to understand what we are working with. It's actually going to surfline.com, using its own MCP computer, using its own browser, looking at the website so it can kind of knock it off. So, to your point, David, we all have different problems in our own lives, our own niche. And this is now our way to scratch that itch and solve our own problems. And you'll see on the top left here, it's showing me how many credits I have left. So I get 100 credits, and each prompt can take upwards of up to 3 to 4 credits, depending on how involved your prompt is. Sometimes that prompt will take only half a credit. So it's a very dynamic credit-based system. It's not like a one-to-one. And again, people can just do this on their own. Like I said, watch YouTube. If you want someone to guide you, I'd love to guide you. You can purchase my course that's coming December 1st of this year, not last year. If not, just go to lovable.app or lovable.dev, create your free account, play with it, see what you come up with. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I think it is amazing, this stuff that you can do here.
And I'll publish this after this webinar is over, David, and I will put this link of the published app so you can check it out, and I'll put this in the comments of the Facebook Live.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Amit. I know, like, this is getting deep, right?
I can see your brain gears are turning, David. You're like, tonight, Halloween is here. I'm going to lock my house and I'm going to be unlovable.
Even my lamp's given up the ghost. It's just gone, I'm out of here. So everything's going crazy. So I got
Oh, wait,
flashing
I just got
screen
a
bits.
ding, which means it's complete. Dude.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God. Look at this thing.
That is, and that, does that work? Does that
I
work?
don't think so, but look at this. Like, is this crazy?
That is surf scope. Crikey, it gives you such a good base.
Yeah, the functionality, the UI is here. Now I would go back and start prompting for functionality, but it's also saying you want me to connect to Lovable Cloud, which basically helps you give it the backend. You can connect AI tools and whatnot. So this is just like, this looks like a very professionally done site, even like everything, right? Navigation, surfing, sign in, all of this.
Yeah, it's very cool. And again, you know, if you wanted to, you can you can save yourself so much money. You can prototype, you can concept this stuff out. So again, if you were handing it over to a programmer or designer, you could say, look, I've got this, this is how I want it to look, you know. Again, so it depends, there's different levels on how you might want to use AI. One is the concepting thing. I think is phenomenal because it can produce stuff really quickly and save, and you can be creative with your language. So really, really interesting. I love this one, Amit. It was brilliant. I know that people are going to be like, oh, my head hurts now, right? But you got to take it really easy. Take it from the beginning where Amit was telling you about the images and about the prompting and those things, and just take it step by step. And of course, if you want help and guidance, Amit's giving you that link there so you can go and join. But you don't mind if people reach out to you, do you?
Absolutely not. Happy to help. I'll put the coupon code in here. Coupon code is valid till November 7th.
Put it in that chat. Get it in there.
Yes, sir. Spooky Zen is the coupon code.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Amit. Brilliant.
Awesome. You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. As always, fun to chat with you. And then we come up with 10 more business ideas.
Yeah, so me and Amit are going to come up with some ideas, some big ideas. We're gonna partner up in some way because it's always fun, you know. That's
Oh,
the
now
name of
you've
the
said
game.
it publicly. Now we have to do it.
We can have a bit of fun with something, can't we?
All right, let's do it.
Right. Fabulous. Thank you
Awesome.
so much,
Well,
Amit.
thank
I
you.
know your
Enjoy
time
your
is
Halloween.
precious. Pardon?
I said, enjoy your Halloween.
I will. I'm going to enjoy my Thai food. Can't wait.
All right, later.
See you later. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you, Amit. So there you go. Superb. Look at that. Amazing. Amit just came on and just said it like literally 10 minutes before what we were going to do. And I was like, whoa, that's quite a lot. You sure? Sure, it's enough time. Sure, you can do that in an hour. He's like, yeah, I can do it in an hour. And we're an hour and a half, right? So it was longer. But that's because we get chatting with these things. So you guys, I know that that might have been a bit intense because Amit's a bit like me. He jumps around really quickly with these things, but it's just because we want to show you. And if you take anything away from this, take the fact that AI is here, right? AI is here. AI is doing things. AI is allowing you to do more, and it's allowing you to really be free with what you're doing. And as we already shown there, just with AI, you can create stuff and you can put stuff into Zenler. Zenler is always cutting edge, so it's always going to be looking at these things to incorporate into the platform itself, and it has. There's more stuff to come in that area. But it's so quick moving, isn't it? I mean, it's like Amit was saying himself, like, you know, this technology wasn't around like a year ago. You couldn't do these things, and now this stuff's being done, but lightning quick. And I think that the imagination of you guys with what you want to create and how descriptive you are, it's going to be the way that we as people shape this technology. And it's very spooky, Patricia, for sure. Zoe's like, it's amazing. I know it's a lot to take in, but I love these sort of sessions because you see what's possible, even if you're not doing it. And knowing what's possible in AI is a really great thing, right? Because you don't need to know how to do it. You just need to know that that's possible, because then if you have an idea, you go, well, I know that's possible because I saw Amit doing that stuff on there. So maybe I'll just ask him, I've got this idea, and you can literally create concepts without having to code, right? And that's a huge thing. And being able to adapt imagery as well to suit. It's, yeah, there are some bad, like surfboard, the fin's the wrong way around, the guy getting up sideways on the board, which is kind of hilarious, but are still amazing, right? Still amazing. And this technology is just crazy stuff. It really is. So we are nearly out of time. We are at 5:33. Do you know what? I think that that's it for today. I've got a few more bits. I was going to do editing a series of files in Camtasia, so I think I'm going to save that for a workshop, because this is enough to take in, I think, for the second part of the session. So maybe you guys want to see the gamification video. We've got that. I'm going to play the gamification video and then we're going to finish. It's only 7 minutes long, and then we'll finish up. And that will be the end of the third session of Day with Zenler. So the first session we ran 2 hours 20 minutes, and the second session 2 hours 20 minutes. And this session we'll finish a little bit before. So I'm going to go into the gamification. It's a brand new feature from us at Zenler. There's going to be a new video that comes out showing you about the user dashboard, because we haven't really talked about it. But you got gamification, but your users, we're now looking at your students. What do they get? They get a brand new dashboard, and it's pretty nice. And we're going to do the new feature video for that. It's out now, but we're going to produce the feature video, and that'll be published by Rakesh, our CEO, on Monday. All right, guys. So enjoy gamification. Then I'll finish up at the end. And good to see you all supporting this stuff as well. If you love it, They were Zenler. Give us the thumbs up, like the stuff, you know, give Amit and give Lyric a good shout out. So I'm going to play the last video of the day and then we're going to finish up. See you later, guys. Supercharge membership engagement with gamification. Points for members' activities. Reward members with points for completing courses and lessons, community engagement, and so on. Members advance through levels as they accumulate points, creating a sense of achievement and progression. Set up rewards for the release of products or communities when members reach specific levels. We also have daily streaks for consistent engagement. Track consecutive days of members' activity to build habit-forming engagement and motivate regular participation. Give members the ability to protect their streaks during busy periods, maintaining motivation and reducing engagement gaps. Dynamic leaderboards display real-time rankings showing top performers to create healthy competition and inspire increased participation. Customizable celebration styles. Choose celebration animation styles when members unlock new levels and achievements. This is gamification from Zenler. Let's take a look now at the new gamification features inside Zenler. Okay, let's enable gamification. Go into your site admin, go to Site and Gamification and click Enable Gamification. Inside the gamification area, we have level configuration. This level configuration tab allows you to customize level names, set the required points for progression, and assign unlockable features for each level. This is the level they are on when they enter as a student. You can change the name by clicking Edit. If we look at level 2, you can see that you need to gain 75 points to reach level 2. For level 3, you need to gain 150 points. However, you can edit these points as you see fit. For instance, if I wanted to achieve level 2 with 50 points, I can click Edit, enter 50, and click Apply. Now to reach level 2, you just need 50 points. The next thing I want to show you is that you can unlock a course or a community when people reach a particular level. If you look, for instance, at level 4, what's been unlocked here is access to a community. To set these up, you just need to click Edit and then choose Level Unlock, choose Course or Community, and choose the course or community you wish to unlock at that level. This gives them access to this course and enrolls them. So the automations in the course will go out to that user automatically. Please note that if you change these later on, the user that is at that level currently will not get access to the new product or community that you've added. Let's set this back to none. If we look down here at level 5, we've actually given access to a course. They have to reach 500 points to achieve level 5, and then this course is unlocked for them. This is the level configurations. Let's move on to the point configurations. So point configurations assigns custom point values to user activities in order to reward engagement and define the gamification experience on your platform. These numbers can be changed here. For instance, on course enrollment, they gain 25 points. You can easily change this number in here by entering a numeric value. Make sure when you enter changes that you apply down here. Under the point configuration, you can set points for course enrollment, purchase of a course, lesson completion, assignment submission, course completion, community post likes, community post comments, and we also have a 7-day streak. Users earn points when they maintain 7 consecutive days of activity on the platform, whether that be course completion, lesson completion, likes, or posts to a community. If they maintain this for 7 days, they will gain extra points. Let's move on to the celebration. Each time a user reaches a particular level, they will get a confetti celebration. Inside here, you can change the text for the various areas. Choose celebration animation styles when members unlock new levels and achievements. Next, we have leaderboard. The leaderboard gives you results of the last 7 days, 30 days, and an all-time leaderboard. This is the configuration within the admin dashboard. Let's see what a user sees when they start gaining points. Okay, so we're on the site and we're going to log in as a user. So let's go to one of the courses and sign up for this course. So you're now going to see on the student's dashboard, they have all the information on their gamification. They've already gained 25 points by joining this course. You can see that they've already done 1 day of the 7-day streak. And all of this is readily available to your student in their dashboard area. They can also see a leaders board on current leaders within the site. This information is very quick to view and gives them an overview of what's going on with their point system. From the dashboard, they can also jump straight into the course or courses that they've enrolled in. Let's join another course now. Let's enroll for this course, and this will gain us another 25 points. Now you can see we've leveled up. We've advanced now to level 2 because we've got 50 points. We can close it here or we can click keep going. If we now go to our dashboard to look at our gamification settings, you can see we have total points of 50. That takes us to level 2. And that's it. That's how easy it is to enable and to use gamification inside of Zenler. Drive that engagement and motivate your students with Zenler's gamification. So I want you all to have a very happy Halloween. This spooky session of A Day with Zenler is about to come to the end. So be safe and enjoy the festivities, and I'll see you again in the next Day with Zenler. Ah!